all know, there's some wonderful statues recently being unveiled, one in York and of course one of both our late monarch Queen Elizabeth II and of course His Royal Highness the Duke of Edinburgh Prince Philip at the splendid building that is the Royal Albert Hall in South Kensington. Well worth a visit even if you can't afford to go in for the concerts, just to wander around there. You know, you do see Victorian architecture in all of its glory, and we all know who it was named after, don't we? All thanks to Queen Victoria. But it's fascinating to note that when you think about it, 70 years on the throne, so far we haven't had any initial sort of shall we say, warning, happy news, whatever you want to call it, about Queen Elizabeth having a central place in the very heart of London. It could have happened even temporarily, but this man over here, that's right, the Mayor of London, Sadiq Khan, has put the boot in to our late monarch. As ever, let me explain why. Lynn, how are you? Nice to see you today. Thank you so much. Yes, I know, keep getting told off for not waving enough. I've waved. Yeah, have you got it? Yeah, we've waved back. Do a thumbs up. I can see you. You've done it. Yeah, it's a bit easier, the thumbs up, isn't it? Not as exerting. You know, you don't need to sit down afterwards, do you? You're already sat down. Look at you. Yes, starting to rain again. I like to share these things with you. But back as ever to your story of the day. This I find absolutely personally appalling. It's not often that I, offer my opinion, because what's interesting about this, I think, is when you look at people like this, particularly what I call career politicians, they're quite happy, as we pointed out the other day, to bin their CBEs in all of the, drama and everything. And then, of course, send them back because they don't like them or they're anti-monarchy. But they use them for their own career ends, Sadiq Khan, the current mayor of London, will use the royal family as he has done so much. It's his value around the world, particularly in America, where nobody knew who he was and nobody cared who he was. But of course, instantly pictured next to Prince William inside Kensington Palace, suddenly American television networks might want to interview him only about that. But this really centres upon this. It's the fourth plinth in Trafalgar Square. And basically what the current mayor has done is decided that over the next two periods, which are 4-year installation periods, we wouldn't necessarily have the opportunity now for a, remembrance statue, whatever you want to call it, on the fourth plinth in Trafalgar Square, which would have been a huge tourist attraction, let me tell you, because he's decided to give it over to some trans artist and something else that's totally insignificant, totally against exactly what the British UK taxpayer wanted to see. Now, why has he done this? Well, it's quite simple, really. He's trying to get the youth vote, and he truly believes that the youth vote is anti-monarchy. As I've said, quite happy to stand alongside the king and, of course, fly around the world spouting climate change, all the while begging for free airline tickets and telling you and I not to go on airlines, but he'll promote them for free if you give him free tickets. You see the hypocrisy of this person. Truly, it's going to be very difficult, because whoever takes over from Mayor on May the 2nd over here in the very heart of London, they could reverse this, and I think this would be a election winner for them. People say, oh really, you're a royalist, Neil. No, it is a tourist attraction. Nobody's heard of these two other people unless people don't care. I'm not knocking their opportunity, but you have to decide who pays for it and what do the public want. Sadiq Khan has truly shown his royal figures. He knows exactly what he's doing. And as I told you before, Prince William, His Royal Highness, the Prince of Wales, would do well to cut him off, literally, as would His Majesty the King, if they want their popularity to thrive. What the mayor has shown over here is he's not a royalist at all. Happy to take that opportunity to be pictured and utilised for his career, no doubt in a documentary and a book in the future with his reminiscences. But truly, if he cared about the British monarchy and our British history, then he would have said yes to making sure the fourth plinth would have featured none other than the late monarch of 70 years, Queen Elizabeth II. Now, I'd love to know what you think to this particular story in the comments below. And please like and share. This is important. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.